There's nothing worse than going to the studio, getting excited to make music, and getting absolutely nothing done. In today's video, I'm going to let you in on my productivity hacks, and we're going to specifically address 5 ways that you can be more productive in the studio. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you an artist, producer, engineer, or music professional that's looking for funding for your music career? Could you benefit from having funding for studio time, mixing and mastering, or even marketing costs? I think I have something for you. I've written a free ebook. It's 9 pages, super short and digestible, where I break down the 6 main places that artists and professionals like yourself can find funding for their musical projects. If this sounds like it's of value to you, please click the link below and you can download this for free today and benefit from this knowledge. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy 5-Piece producer and engineer extraordinaire. Thank you for checking out today's video. I'm super excited to talk about my favorite productivity hacks, especially in the studio. But before we get to that, if you please can, hit the bell and the subscribe button below so you can stay tuned for more helpful videos. I'm doing all kinds of stuff in my content, mostly focused on helping you sound better and getting you paid for your music. So if that sounds like something you want to do, definitely subscribe so you can check out some more of my content. But in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can be more productive in the studio. Let's start with number 1. Keep a to-do list. Whenever I'm coming into the studio to work, I'm always aware of what I'm actually supposed to be doing, so that way I can keep concentrated and focused on important and urgent tasks. I'm not coming in here and freeballing it. You could certainly do that at times, but it's not going to be the most productive. Instead, what I do is the night before, I sit down and I figure out what are the big 3 or 5 things that I need to do. And then when I come in the next day, I'm ready, I'm prepared, and I tackle those things. And guess what? It helps me get a lot of things done. And more importantly, it helps me get the most important and most urgent things done. So I definitely recommend, before you come into the studio, before you sit down and work on music, figure out what you need to prioritize by creating a to-do list. Number 2. Keep a not to-do list. This is equally as important as number 1. You want to make sure that you know what you shouldn't be doing. And there's a lot of things that are going to pull us away from getting the right things done. And creating this not to-do list is going to make you aware of them and help you avoid them. So some things that you might put on your not to-do list is, don't check your email, don't use your phone, don't open the internet, things like that. You want to make sure that you're able to just focus on the most important and urgent things once again. And having a not to-do list is going to help you do that. Number 3, disconnect from distractions. Like I was saying, a not to-do list is important, but it's equally as important to make sure that you're disconnecting from anything that could possibly pull you away from working on your music. And typically these are things like your phone and the internet. So a real easy way to achieve this is put your phone on airplane mode. Don't even bother looking at it. Maybe even put it away, put it in a drawer somewhere out of sight so that you don't have that trigger to pull it up and look at it. Another thing you can do is on your Wi-Fi, just turn it off. Take your Wi-Fi completely off, and that way you're not going to be tempted to scroll the internet. And even if you do, out of habit, open up Chrome or whatever, you're going to see that the internet's disconnected, and it'll remind you to not actually do this and stay focused on making music and being productive in the studio. Number 4, create presets and loops. It's really important that you save yourself some time by thinking ahead. And a real easy way to do that is save your favorite sounds, save your favorite presets, create presets, and save loops. I do a lot of different things in order to achieve this. One thing I love to do is I like to create a favorites folder where I take all of my favorite drum sounds and samples and I put them in there. Whenever I'm making a beat, I go to that folder before I go anywhere else because I know that this is a folder of sounds and samples that I already like. This is very important and very effective for saving yourself some time. Another thing that I like to do is I like to save all my presets and my samples. So for example, when I'm using, let's say, Massive or another VST, I have my own presets that I've made in other beats that I know that I like, and I can go to those presets first. I can access them really, really quick. Now, a real cool way to also take this a step further is a lot of us producers, we have so much unfinished music, a lot of unfinished beats. And what you could do is you can actually open up your old beats, the beats that you haven't finished. And when you're opening them and looking at them, simply decide right then and there, am I gonna commit to finishing this right now, or am I gonna gut it for parts? I love to gut my old beats for parts, and what that means is I'm taking the best things from that beat. Maybe I'm rendering out loops for drums, or the sample or the music that I played, or MIDI even, and I'm saving that and I'm gonna use that later in a future production. All these are real amazing ways to save yourself time and be more efficient when you're actually cooking up in the studio. And the fifth and final tip is learn your DAW's keyboard shortcuts. Early on when I was first making music, I didn't know any of the hotkeys or the quick keys on my DAW, and things would take me a super long time, and that would bog the whole process down and even cause me to lose my creativity, lose the moment, right? And that really sucks. But something that I did over the years was I really focused on learning my DAW's quick keys, and this is especially important in DAWs like Pro Tools, where certain things that will literally take you 5 minutes to do, you could do them with a stroke of a key. Just press that key and everything is done for you. Very, very important way to save yourself some more time by just learning these quick keys, whether you're on Pro Tools, Ableton, FL, or anything else. Learn them and thank yourself later. Now, these are my 5 favorite tips that allow me to be more productive in the studio, but I'm sure there's a lot of other things out there. If there's anything that I didn't cover that you know about, please leave them in the comments below so you can help everybody else that's reading. If you got value out of this video, please like, subscribe, and share once again, and I'm looking forward to helping you again soon. Peace.
5.